Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. It's 4 o'clock and welcome to Eagle News. I'm Rebecca Parker.
And I'm Casey Owens.
A state lawmaker in Tennessee says he will not resign after being accused of sexually assaulting 3 teenage girls 30 years ago. WZTV's Harriet Wallace reports from Nashville.
Android users are furious after Facebook revealed it collected data on phone calls and messages from some users. This affects people who installed Facebook Messenger or Facebook Lite. Samuel Burke reports.
Graduation is just 9 days away, and right after the ceremony, there will be a mass exodus out of Statesboro.
President Trump held a press conference today at his oceanfront Mar-a-Lago in Florida.
So, growing up, did you enjoy taking art classes and like drawing and painting?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I wasn't any good at it, but I had a good time doing it.
President Trump tweets about Kim Jong-un doing right for the world. NASA is hoping to find life on other planets. And we sit down with journalist Asra Nomani. As a Muslim woman, you're like a powerhouse pretty much. I feel like you're breaking all of these stereotypical chains. Have you received any backlash from the Muslim community doing all of these wonderful things that you are doing?
Yeah, you know, that's been part of my experience in taking on this challenging issue, is really recognizing that you aren't going to be the most popular person in the room. Most parents' wish is to give their children lives with happiness and self-fulfillment, and I think that's really my greatest hope I can try to accomplish for my son Shibli.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us. We really do appreciate it. Tune in to 99 at 9 on Mondays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Eagle News on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4. I'm your host, Casey Reed.
Welcome to 99 at 9. I'm your host, Casey Owens. With graduation just around the corner, we've decided to dedicate tonight's show to our Eagle News graduating reporters. We'll be sitting down later with Chase Davis, Rebecca Parker, and Casey Reed. The commencement ceremony will be taking place at Paulson Stadium Saturday, May 5th at 9 a.m. Graduates should be sure to arrive by 8 a.m. and guests by 8:30. We hope to see you all there. When we return, we'll sit down with our reporter Chase Davis as he reflects on his time with Eagle News. Stay tuned. Welcome back to 99 at 9. With graduation right around the corner, we're having to say goodbye to some of the familiar faces on the Eagle News team. Sitting down with me tonight is Chase Davis. Chase, thanks for joining me. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
Well, we have one of your favorite packages that you've created in your time with Eagle News. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
10 men staying at a house owned by Damascus Rehabilitation Center for Men were left homeless. All the men in the program have their struggles.
Multiple run-ins with the law, multiple DUIs. Got to the point where I didn't always get in trouble when I drank, but every time I got in trouble, I was drinking.
This house was a safe haven. Damascus Rehabilitation is changing lives.
The last 15 years of my life has been pretty much a roller coaster of in and out of prison, in and out of recovery.
Damascus is run from Bullock Recovery Resources. They try to help men get control of their addictions and help them get back control of their lives. The goal of the house is to provide a safe living environment free from drugs and alcohol and help keep residents accountable.
Lost total control of my life, been in prison, and I was on my last strike again with my probation in a program that I was already in, and nobody wanted anything to do with me, no other program.
Got, I'd say 5 DUIs. This last term around, looking at 5 years prison. Dropped it down to 2 years prison, RSAT, and then he said, you know what, I'm going to give you an opportunity. He recommended Damascus, so that's why I'm here.
Men who join the program must maintain jobs and attend relapse prevention meetings.
They get back on track. They get a fresh start, if you will, and they work on their recovery, building relationships with their family, being introduced back into the community as well.
The cause of the fire is not known at this time. The residents were out at a meeting when the house caught fire.
Approximately, if I had to put a value on it, approximately $3,000 to $3,500 worth of belongings.
All come together to collectively give our clothes that we've had and things for them to make sure that they're comfortable, going out of our way to take ourselves out of the picture and just focus on them to make sure they're okay.
But I lost a lot of memories that were in that house. I actually spent 15 months in that house as a resident living in that house, and moved about 9 months ago to another house. But that was kind of the hub of this program.
Well, that's a great package, and it's a personal favorite package of mine as well because I got to help Chase shoot that one. Chase, why is that your favorite package?
Well, first of all, it's because you helped me shoot it. And secondly, it's because that's probably the most meaningful story I've ever done because, these are guys that are, trying to get their lives back on track. I can't say that I've been where they've been, but like most of my college career, I've been just trying to get myself back on track. And so like something crazy like the house that they stay in, like their refuge burning down, it's so heartbreaking. But at the same time, to see these guys and to know that they're going to move on, they're pushing forward, and also I wanted to get the word out about their fundraiser too, to get their work equipment back.
Welcome back to 99 at 9. I'm here with Eagle News reporter Rebecca Parker. Rebecca, let's take a look at the package that you're featuring tonight.
When head coach Kimberly Dean found out about the consolidation between Armstrong State and Georgia Southern, she immediately thought about her athletes.
I immediately thought of the kids, specifically my own program, but even in general, just all the students. We worked so hard. They fought so hard. They had a big transition and a new head coach, and they really trusted me. I really thought about how I was going to tell them that I was taking away the sport they loved, and it had nothing to do with graduating or anything of that nature. It was completely out of their hands, and it was a very unfair situation.
After coaching her team to a third-place finish in the nation at the Divisional II level, Coach Dean was still nervous about what her future would hold.
I was a little scared. I didn't really know what my next step would be, but I knew that my focus had to be on that particular moment, and making sure that even though they were taking away something so special, we were gonna end that season as high as we could, and that was my main focus until our season ended.
Only 2 athletes out of the entire team continued their softball career once they heard about the consolidation.
There's a lot of talent that's just going to school right now, but they loved Armstrong, and that's where they felt they needed to be.
Those athletes that played on this very field followed Coach Dean to Georgia Southern to continue playing the sport they love.
You literally feel like your heart's getting ripped out of your chest.
We called it. Macy and Logan were not granted starting positions automatically. They had to prove that they belonged to Georgia Southern despite coming from a team that was 3rd in the nation.
It took a lot of proving for me and Macy too, because we didn't want them to feel like we were coming in just to take their positions. Like Coach Dean sat us down and told us, you have to earn your right to be on the field. She's like, I'm not just bringing you here to bring you here.
Coach Dean, Logan, and Macy will always have a special place in their hearts for Armstrong State.
While somebody ended our storybook, we got to be the ones that wrote the chapter, and that's kind of how we fueled ourselves last year.
Armstrong will always be home. I love Georgia Southern, and don't get me wrong, like, go Eagles all the way. That's my school, 100%. I'm excited about that, but just because they're consolidated, I'll always call that campus Armstrong.
For Eagle News, I'm Rebecca Parker.
What a great package that was. Rebecca, why is that your favorite package that you've done?
That has to be my favorite package because it was the first of my 3-part series I did on the consolidation. And I knew I wanted to do athletics when talking about the consolidation because I am a student athlete. And I knew that a lot of those athletes were either not going to continue playing. And I just knew if I was in that position, I really don't know what I would do if I was put in that position. It really affected me. And so I knew I wanted to tell their story. And I'm really glad I got to tell it in a way that made them happy, and it kind of showed, yeah, the consolidation did stink for some people, but they had a happy ending.
What's something about Georgia Southern just in general that you're going to miss?
I'm definitely going to miss this program, but I'm also going to miss my outside organization, which is my sorority Kappa Delta. So it's going to be very different going into the real world, but I'm excited and eager to get in a newsroom and learn even more than I've already learned here.
Do you think it's going to be tough trying to transition from college to the real world, or you think you got a good handle on it?
I don't really know. Ask me in 2 weeks. I don't know what to expect. I'm excited, and like I said, I'm eager to learn in a real newsroom, but I'm not sure how that transition will be or what to expect, really.
Yeah. Well, from everything I've seen from you in this class, I know you're going to do an awesome job, and I'm sure you'll be very successful at whatever you do.
Thank you, Casey.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the afternoon for our final Eagle newscast of the semester. Be sure to join us on Saturday at 6 for our very special MMJ for a Day show. I'm Casey Owens. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.